Now, the Makonde community that has been stateless for over 50 years on Tuesday received their long-awaited Kenyan identity cards from President Uhuru Kenyatta. This is after a promise by the president made to the community late last year after countless efforts to get the community recognized by the Kenyan government. However, there are those who believe the move is politically driven, coming at a time when there is a concerted effort to have Kenyans register as voters in the upcoming general election. Let's pick the mind of our reporter, the Coast Region, Francis Ontomwa, on the latest inroads that President Uhuru Kenyatta is supposedly making down at the coast. A very good afternoon to you, Francis. Must be a very happy time for the Makonde people, but tell us what they are saying.
Well, of course, indeed, the Makonde people are elated on that particular move now to make them actually bona fide Kenyans. And they have been, of course, cited as a 43rd tribe in Kenya. They were happy yesterday, and they are quite enthusiastic, actually, as we head to the election, that they will be participating in this election. Some 1,000 identification cards were issued to the community, and the community will now be part of the exercise of August. Then the population of the Makonde people is quite insignificant, politically speaking. It's about 5,000, and of course that is a mixture of the Makonde and the Pemba people. But observers will be looking at the bigger picture of what this contains. They are saying that this is an entry point to try and woo the coast region. Of course, the Jubilee government has been trying all it can to be able to snatch a few numbers from the opposition. The opposition made a huge grip in the last election, of course, galvanizing the entire coast region. Well, if you can actually peg your focus on the Jubilee and the inroads that they've been making in the coast region, if your argument can go by the number of elected leaders that have crossed over from the CORD side to the Jubilee, then you might, and if indeed these politicians have moved with the numbers, then you might actually get worried as an opposition supporter. But also the opposition has been actually trying to whitewash these claims. They have said that these elected leaders that have crossed over to the Jubilee side, they moved just themselves, but not with the population of the coast region. And that has been the argument that, of course, will be decided on August when the polls will actually be made. Well, another important issue that came up during the president's tour yesterday was the vexing land question, which, of course, has remained thorny over the years. And the president was actually challenging the opposition over time and again. Actually, the opposition have been saying that the title deeds that were dished out to the coast, to the people of course, were fake. And the president was challenging them that if indeed they were fake, where are theirs? That was a huge discussion yesterday when the president was making his stopovers in the coast region. And therefore, aside from the Makonde issue, the land question, there was also the focus on of course, the direction the coast region will be taking in the next election. That was a huge focus. And there were, of course, a lot of internal politics in the coast region, and the leaders were, rather the Jubilee leaders were trying to talk on how they are visualizing, of course, the politics of the coast region will be taking, and internal politics indeed dominated the president's tour yesterday. And here are some of the sentiments that came out from the leaders.
Mwingine alikuwa vice president na mwingine alikuwa waziri. Watu wa Kwale muliletewa nini hapa ya maendeleo na waziri mkuu? Muliletewa lolote na yule ambaye alikuwa vice president? Muliletewa lolote na wale alikuwa mawaziri? Sasa hata wakijiunda ati wawe NASA, watajinasa wenyewe.
Mheshimiwa Rais, wewe kama rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, hatuna haja kufikiria mara mbili, kwa sababu tunajua tukifika tarehe 8 utakuwa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Na sisi kama watu wa Kwale tunataka tuwe ndani ya serikali, ndio maana tukaamua tuondoke pande ile, tusimame na wewe imara.
Hakuna hata siku moja limefanya na serikali wakasema yes, serikali imefanya jambo zuri. Hata siku moja. Maisha yao fake tu, fake. Sasa juzi niliwaambia fake nyinyi, kwa sababu hamjitambui, hamjifahamu, hamjui sisi wa Kenya tunataka maendeleo. Hatutaki kubishana, tunataka maendeleo.
Miaka 5 iliyopita ulinifanya mimi kuwa naibu wa waziri wa ardhi. Sikumwona mtu akaja akanambia ardhi hii ilichukuliwa na Uhuru Kenyatta, tunataka uiregeshe. Sikuona. Lakini kila wakati mkutano wanaambiwa kwamba mashamba yetu yamalizika. Yamalizwa na nani? Lakini kwa sababu kutoka hapo mwanzo walipoletwa hapa duniani walipoahidi kazi moja, kwamba urongo ukasikize zaidi kuliko ukweli. Wakati ukweli wavaa viatu, urongo huo mkwenda mpaka warudi. Ndivyo wanavyojua.
Wale ambao walikuwa wakisema ati serikali yetu haiheshimu human rights, waambieni walikuwa kiandika na mati, kwa sababu wino anao His Excellency.
Francis, let's for a minute take a look at the numbers and the number of people who were given ID cards, the Makonde people. What would this really mean for Uhuru in the upcoming election in August 8th?
Well, of course, it's a huge plus for the head of state because right now, of course, he has endeared himself in a way to the Makonde people, and not just the Makonde, but the larger coastal population. And therefore, it's a huge plus as we head into the election, and he could be actually snatching some votes, as he has repeatedly said on the podium, from the opposition. But the bigger picture will be, of course, to try and see whether really he can be able to do this, because the opposition has had its firm grip on the coast region. We saw in the last election how the mathematics actually played out. The opposition went huge in the coast region, and whether he can be able to make an inroad and actually snatch these votes will be another thing. But largely he has made actually, aside from even the Makonde, the issuance of the ID cards, the president has been issuing title deeds here in the coast region. That is seen as a huge plus for him, because the coast region has time and again actually cried over this question of the vexing land question. And therefore, as we head into the election, this could actually work for him.
Francis, thank you very much for that update. That is Francis Ontomwa joining us from Mombasa.